it going? Welcome to episode 101. 101, baby, of the MastoCast. Hosted by me, Dan Dixon, from Dan Dixon Music. Yeah, I'm still trying to get used to that. But yeah, welcome on in. Welcome on in. Hope you are doing very, very well. It's been a good couple of weeks since last been on, and the sun is actually shining outside. Oh my god. It's a beautiful day. It looks actually really nice. Like, it's just, there's not a cloud in the sky. It's sunny. And I'm working a night shift tonight. Ugh. But yeah, it's looking like a nice day. You know, like the past few weeks of recording the pod, like I've just been complaining about how miserable it's been, cloudy, grey, raining. But no, it's starting to come around a little bit now. I think spring's on the horizon. I think it's getting there. I mean, we are in March after all, so we should be getting it pretty soon, eh? Eh? Yeah. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing very, very well. Hope you are having a wonderful week. Hope you're having a lovely day. And if you listen to this on a weekend, I hope you're having a nice weekend. Yeah, quite a lot's happened. I've got quite a lot of things to actually talk about, which is good. It's kind of nice to have a bit of time between the podcasts, so like, you know, I've got stuff to talk about that I've done. Actually been to some gigs, played some games, finished them, and fucking some mint albums to talk about. So yeah, I think this is a good one. Yeah, so welcome into the MastoCast. If you don't know what the MastoCast is, if you're first time listener, it is essentially the mono blog of me, Dan Dixon, basically. Yeah, that's it. So, what have I been up to? Been uploading a lot of videos recently. Which has been cool. And some of them have been doing pretty well, actually. Like just not like mega millions of hundreds or whatever, but just more than usual, just a little bit more than usual. And I'm like, yeah, that's cool. And like, you know, just getting more shares from bands and stuff like that. Really cool. It's really, really cool. So I've been enjoying doing that, really. And I've just been sort of saying to myself, actually, like, it doesn't really take that long to do these videos. So it's just quite fun to just do that. And to be honest, I mean, these are the guitar videos I'm talking about. I do them in one take, near enough. There's the odd one that takes 2 or 3, but nearly every video I've done it in one take, because I'm fucking mint. And once it's done, I put it into DaVinci Resolve, which is my video editing software, and like I've got like a whole template where all the text is and everything, and how everything should look, and then I just put it in there, chop it, and then it's up. It's up. So I think that just the thing that's been stopping me from uploading like so often is I've just been like, oh god, I hate video editing. This fuck all I need to do. Like, honestly, I actually timed myself. I did the quickest ever, you know, from hitting record on the GoPro, which is the camera I use, to uploading to TikTok. I can do that in about 20 minutes. I swear to God. One of these days I'm going to do like a full day of just like recording loads of videos. And then I've got a fuckload I can just schedule. And then I don't have to think about it for about a week or something. That'll be cool. I wouldn't mind doing that. And yeah, so I've just been like uploading on like TikTok and Instagram and YouTube Shorts and yeah, just stuff like that. I've been enjoying it. Even like, just like I've been doing like the hardest riffs of the 90s, and they've been really, really cool. Got like, I think the highest viewed one is my cover of the Master Killer by Marauder, which is mad. Like, that's got like over 1,000 views on Instagram alone. Like, that one's done really well. So I've just uploaded the solo from Power Slave today. So that's good. That's like my favourite Iron Maiden song. Probably my favourite guitar solo as well. But yeah, there's a Hatebreed one coming tomorrow, which is Hardest Riff of the 90s Part 5. It is Before Dishonor from Satisfaction is Death of Desire. Fucking mint album. So look out for that. if you listen to this episode the day it comes out. Yeah, I've just been having a lot of fun doing it, and like the odd little skit here and there, little daft, little stupid comedy skit I've been doing. Like they're quite fun to do as well. Yeah. I've been enjoying it. So yeah, I'm gonna do some long form video stuff as well on the YouTubes. So if you're not subscribed to Dan Dixon Music on YouTube, just search for Dan Dixon Music, all one word. Obviously, if you listen to this podcast on that same channel, you don't need to spot. I mean, if you listen to this and you're not subscribed, why aren't you? Do it. So yeah, I'm gonna do some long form content and stuff like that eventually. Probably on my days off. I'll be on my days off in a couple of days, so I'll do that. I've got like a couple of like series planned and stuff like that. There's a particular series called Me and My Guitar that I want to do, where each week I'll take out one of my guitars and I'll talk about it, all the specs, how I obtained them, and stuff like that. So yeah, I feel like that will be a cool episode. I'm just gonna have a quick sip of my black coffee. Coffee drinking ASMR for you. Anyways, but yeah, finally been back at gigs. Been really nice because it's been like went to see Crowbar on it was on Pancake Day of all days, which was the 17th of February. Went to go see Crowbar at Newcastle Student Union, and it was just good to finally be at a gig because it was like the first gig I've been to since Kids in Glass Houses in December, like last year. So I was like, at this point I was dying to go to a gig. So finally went to one and went to see Crowbar, and like it was just so bizarre to see because I like Crowbar. I've liked them before this sort of blow up. I've had a bit of a blow up, haven't they, with TikTok and stuff, which is so weird. It's so weird, like, because they're just all of a sudden blown up on TikTok. Like, "Repulsive in Its Splendid Beauty" is like one of their top songs now, and like they've just been like, they've sold out a few venues on this UK and European tour. They've got over 1 million listeners on Spotify now, which, like, if you were to talk about Crowbar about a year ago, they probably would have only had about, I don't know, 200,000 monthly listeners or something like that. Like, now they're at 1 million monthly listeners on Spotify, which is insane. And, like normally at a Crowbar, like, gig, I imagine, I mean, because this is actually my first time seeing Crowbar. I've never got around to seeing them until now. I wanted to go see them. I think it was the beginning of last year when they were touring with Napalm Death and Wormrot and that, and like I just couldn't make it, unfortunately. But like then they came back, and I was kind of expecting like the show to be filled with like just guys, older guys, big guys, cargo shorts, beards and stuff like that, But it was fucking like after the second support band were on, I just saw like loads of fucking Gen Zers walking in to the fucking door, like the fucking Gen Zs left and right. Like went at the gig with Jake, good friend of the show, and like we were just like looking all over. We were just like, what's going on here? And like, bear in mind, like, obviously Crowbar are a heavy band, and they're more of like a sludge metal type band, so like it's quite slow and like head noddy, that sort of thing. But like there was like actual pits going off left, right, and center, and like fucking people stage diving. But it was just like kids. They're like, who just got into college or are in like the last years of secondary school or whatever. And I was like, this should not be the target audience for Crowbar at all. I was like, but people loved them. Like, people were like singing every word out for all the songs, like as if they knew them for years. And like when they eventually played "Repulsive in Its Splendid Beauty," like everyone had like the phones out all that sort of stuff. It was like fucking Eminem walked on stage. It was just such a weird thing to witness, really. Like, this band who have been going ever since the 90s and just been playing like this, New Orleans sludge metal, like, always really good, like, band, but had never sort of broke out anywhere else. Like, that they've never broke out in, like, like what Deftones did or whoever, like, or Nirvana or anyone, like, from the 90s, They've always been like a sort of band that sort of stayed in their realm, like, stayed in their regular sized venues and stuff. But just all of a sudden, just of all the bands to get TikTok fucking credibility and get massive, had to be Crowbar. Mental. It's mental. But anyways, about the band themselves, like, Crowbar were great. They were really, really great. They were awesome. Like, a great set list. Like, just picking from loads of different, like, picking, actually, songs from loads of different albums throughout their discography. Some stuff I've not heard before. Like, there was some stuff that they played from, like, the last album which I've not heard before. And I thought, these sound really fucking good, these. And, like, they sounded, like, really massive as well. It sounded great. Kirk Winstein, like, vocally sounded good. I could not understand the word he was saying, like, with his with his banter or anything like that. Because literally it was just a case of, like, they play a song, and then Kirk would, like, say a few things. But it was like, anyway, this song is called Planets Collide. Like, I was like, what the fuck is he saying? it's like, he's got such a, like, deep, gravelly voice on him. But, yeah, Crowbar were great. They were really, really good. It's actually, like, the best I've heard that venue sound, I'd say. Because I don't know if any sort of long-term listeners have heard on the podcast like that. I talked about Malevolence playing that particular venue, and it was the worst sounding gig I've ever been to. It was terrible. And, yeah, the Newcastle Student Union shit. Like, it is shit. Like, because it's not a big venue. But if you're, like, a few people behind, like, you're going to struggle to see what's on stage because the stage isn't all that high. And, like, this show, like, probably wasn't that far off from being sold out. And I was just like, I can't really fucking see anything. So, yeah, a bit good about that. But I don't want to see any more gigs there. It's not a good venue. Love Newcastle. There's loads better venues that you can play there. Just don't come to the Student Union, please. Anybody. It's a shit venue. It's shite. The only redeeming quality it's got is they've literally got a Witherspoons attached to it, which is, pretty good. Pretty fucking good. Yeah. But yeah, Crowbar were great. It was also, like, another thing as well, like the queue for the merch, massive. I managed to get myself a t-shirt, Sonic Excess in its purest form t-shirt. Pretty happy about that. But yeah, I saw Callous Dower Boys shortly after that as well. Just gonna have another sip of my coffee. Just don't want it to get cold. Sorry. Went to see. Talking about the worst venue of all time, going to the best venue of all time, my favourite, the Brudenell, to see the Callous Dower Boys. I've gone on about this band a lot on this podcast, like, probably since. Did I talk about the last album? I mean, I know I talked about the latest album, and I've talked about the EP, and I've talked about. I can't remember if I've talked about Celebrity Therapist, which is the album I got in on them. And I've just been really, really buzzing about this band ever since that album came out, and, like, each release has just gotten better and better, and yeah, it was just like, it was no question. Of course, I want to see the Callous Dower Boys at the Brudenell, my favourite venue. It was in the community room, which is my least favourite of the two rooms. I mean, they both still sound great in there, but I prefer, like, the main room with the Brudenell, like, where you've got the raised platforms at the back with the seats and the chairs and stuff, and like, that whole, the brick layout on the back is kind of like a corner stage, and it's just got, like, Welcome to the Brudenell and all that on the back. It's a lovely venue. I love it in there. And the beer is not too expensive either, and it's good beer. It's lovely. I fucking love the Booth Mill so much. Anyways, got there for the first band, saw Love Rarely, and they actually opened for the Calistel Boys the first time I saw them at Boom before that closed down a few years ago. And they're kind of like the Maffy sort of this town needs gun sort of thing that I do. I liked them when I saw them at Boom, and I've sort of kept my eye on them. And I've listened to some of the songs that they've been releasing. I think the songs that they do release do sound good, and I thought they were good. Just a bit too much backing track. Just too much backing track though. Like playing to a click. They got some of her some of the I think it's Courtney her name is. Like some of her vocals is backed. I think just maybe a chance for a breathe or something. I don't know. There was just moments in the set where I was just like, why have you got why have you got your vocals on your track there? And I'm pretty sure there might have been some guitar that was backed as well. I mean, I hope I'm wrong, but there was some. I'm sure I saw a bit where there was the guitar players were playing chords, and there was some sort of lead going on in the background, and I was a bit come on, no, can we not do this? Can we not do this? If you can't perform it live, don't record it, right? And I hate to say this about a band, towards a band who, they're not big or anything. Their debut album's coming out in April, which I'll listen to. I'm looking forward to it because the singles do sound really bloody good. But I was actually really looking forward to seeing them, and they did sound good, and they were tight, really tight. Courtney's a really good front woman. She's awesome, and but it's just the backing track, man. It's just the backing tracks. Maybe I'm an old school head. I'm an old school head, boy. But I just don't do it. But yeah, they were fine. I'll just say they were fine. I'll put it at that. Then there was the main support band, Knives. I believe they're from down south. I know they're from this country. But I've never heard them or anything before this. So I had no idea what they were going to sound like. And they were really fucking good. I really enjoyed them. They're kind of like a Idols sounding hardcore band, but a lot heavier. I think a bit more sort of crazy sounding. They got a saxophone player as well who plays some fucking rad saxophone. She's they did a Kate Bush cover at the end. They did Patushka, and sorry, not Patushka, Babushka. Yeah, that's the one. Babushka, yeah. And that was the crowd participation towards the end. But yeah, they were really good. They were very, very tight, very loud. Look, I really liked the singer's energy. I thought he was really cool. He was putting the microphone stand into the ceiling and singing from whilst it was hanging from the ceiling. It looked cool. But yeah, they were really good. I really enjoyed them, and I've realised that they're playing Outbreak Festival, so yeah, I'll watch them again, definitely. So I probably need to start listening to some of their stuff on Apple Music. But yeah, I was really impressed with Knives. And then the Calistel Boys came on, and they were fucking fantastic. They were really, really great. The best time I've seen Calistel Boys. I've seen them 3 times now. I said I've seen them at the Boom gig. I saw them at Download Festival a couple of years ago. And yeah, just no notes. I think they're just really fucking mint live. They're awesome. They sounded massive. The best I've ever heard them sound. They're just really fucking great. They're playing a lot of stuff from the new album because why not? It's really good. It's done really well for them. I believe it was sold out, the gig as well. The gig was completely ram-packed, and people were going fucking mental for them in the pit. The Calistel Boys are fucking brilliant. They're absolutely great. Their energy, the stage presence, the set list was great. The dumb little samples, like playback they have in between songs and stuff like that is hilarious. Like they had fucking what's it called? I was like, they had that playing, like just before one of the songs when it started speeding up, and then it like went into another song like really really well. Like I can't remember what it was called, and yeah, they were just great. They were really really cool. Carson, the frontman, was actually suffering from with bronchitis. Not that I noticed anything because I thought he sounded great. I think like at one point, like someone from the crowd, I don't know, the stage divers, someone like I think that might have accidentally like hit him in his teeth or something like that, and he got fucking mad about it. He really wasn't happy about it. So like he was like, oh fuck you, fuck that guy, whatever, all that sort of stuff. And I think like after a couple of songs, he just went, I'm really really sorry about freaking out there. I really shouldn't have done that. And then like towards the end of the set, he was like, oh, I'm suffering from bronchitis. Where's the guy who kicked me in the teeth? I'm really sorry. Like, I know you didn't mean to do that. Like one of those in the moment things, and it's, you know, it's cool. It's kind of cool to see that. Like, you know, it's just like how honest that is. Like, you know, it's obviously there's no ego or anything like that. He's just like, I got really fucking mad at a guy. Now I feel like a dick. So like he's apologized about, but like, you know, I don't think he sounded bad at all. I think he sounded great, considering he said he's suffering from bronchitis and all that. Yeah, the Callisto Boys, I fucking love this band. Like, their album, I Don't Want to See You in Heaven, number 3 in my top 5 albums of the podcast that I did last year with Jake. Just brilliant. Just a brilliant band. I love them. And wherever they go next, I will see them. But yeah, we'll talk about some video games now. I'll talk about some what should I do? Should I do games that I played first, or should I? Fuck it, yeah. I'll talk about games I've played first before I talk about any sort of news, I guess. No, I'll do the news. So, Pokemon is out, or like Leaf Green, Fire Red, Pokemon is out on the Switch. How insane is that? Like, how cool is that? So this game that costs like £185 boxed if you want to buy it for the Game Boy Advanced, it is now available to buy on the Nintendo eShop on the Switch or Switch 2, and it's like 17 quid. How cool is that? You can just play Fire Red or Leaf Green on that and just have a good time. Play an old school Pokemon game. Of course, it's like the remaster of Fire and Green that came out originally in Japan, because it was Fire and Green in Japan, I believe, and over here it was Fire. It was just like red and blue, and obviously the yellow one was Pikachu. But yeah, I think that's really really cool. This got leaked before the Pokemon Presents that happened a few days ago. The Pokemon Day was 27th of February, which was, you know, the 30th anniversary of Pokemon. 30th anniversary of Pokemon being released on Game Boy, I believe, because I think that might be the first sort of thing of Pokemon. And Pokemon's such a huge thing now. So I thought, yeah, fuck it, I'll watch this Pokemon Presents. I don't usually watch them. I thought I'd watch it. There wasn't a lot there for me, as usual. Apart from a couple of cool things, you know, like obviously Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green coming on the Switch. I've got that downloaded. I've played a little bit of it, having a good time. You know, I've not got that far into it at all. I've got a level 10 Bulbasaur. That's it. That's all I've got for now. So yeah, I've been playing a bit of that. So got Fire Red and Leaf Green now, and Gale of Darkness, which has come to the GameCube NSO for Nintendo Switch 2. It's out this month, but we don't know when. It just says available March, so I guess it's ready when it's ready. But you know, Gale of Darkness, like that goes for like 280 quid, like boxed. Like if you find that in CEX, like that'll be like £200. But I reckon, I'd like to think it would go down in price a little bit. Since this is on NSO now, you know, why would you just play it on the Switch? Of course you would, wouldn't you? Like if you've got the subscription, of course. and like the subscription for that is like £45 a year, something like that. It fucking rocks. It rocks. It's a well good deal. Well good deal. All these Nintendo GameCube games and everything else on your Switch, absolutely, and you get like Gale of Darkness on there. Like, I don't know what the game's like. I've never actually played it before, but it's really cool that it's available for Nintendo Switch online on the GameCube. So, you know, for Pokemon fans, I'm sure that's a real big hit. And, you know, there was all sorts of stuff going on, like, you know, like the Pokemon tournaments they have in America and stuff. There's Pokemon, what was that? There's Pokemon Champions and stuff like that. And I think it's like a mobile game. A lot of this sort of stuff I'm not really all that bothered about. However, we're getting a brand new Pokemon game, which is coming out in 2027. No date yet, but it's well worth noting that this this new Pokemon release, which is titled Winds and Waves, which is going to be, you know, a duplicate, you know, simultaneous release. You got one which is Waves, the other one is Winds, you know. The usual, Sword and Shield, Scarlet and Violet, Red and Green, all that sort of stuff. So that's coming out in 2027, and like I said, it's well known in that this is like the first new Pokemon of that sort of thing in like 5 years, something like that. And I think Game Freak, the developers, are taking a bit more time and a bit more care into this one. You know, because Scarlet and Violet did not do well at all. It looked like shit on the Switch, and it didn't get fixed until the Switch 2 was out. But even then, I think a lot of people are just calling it a bit of a meh title from Pokemon, you know. I think Sword and Shield was like the last good one, to be honest. But so I think they've kind of taken that feedback on board, and they've thought, right, okay, let's put a bit more time into the next one. So this is Gen 10 that they're going to be releasing. The 10th generation of Pokemon. Insane. And yeah, this looks really fucking great. Like, there's not a lot that has been shown yet, but it does look really nice. Like, this will look really good on the Switch too. I think I'm going to get this. Like, this will be the first time I buy, like, a new Pokemon game. Fucking, I mean, the last one I bought, really, was, apart from, like, Leaf Green, Fire Red, like, the last one I bought was Brilliant Diamond for the Switch, and even that was, like, a remake of Diamond and Pearl that was out on the Nintendo DS. But I've not bought, like, a straight-up Pokemon game like that since, well, I say bought, got it for my brother's birthday, and I shared it with him. Since Sapphire. Blimey. So, yeah, I've not kept Pokemon all that much. But, Gen 10, Pokemon. Let's do it. Let's do it. Pokemon Pokopia, however, I believe... Is that out now? I think it is out now. Let me just double check. I know it is literally out like this week. Pokemon Pokopia, I may have spoken about it before. It is the sort of like Animal Crossing type Pokemon game that is out for the Switch too. Let me see. No, it's the 5th of March, so it's out on... What day are we on? We're on Tuesday. So it'll be out on Thursday. So this game is rating really bloody high. It is rating ever so high. Like, it is like 88 on Metacritic at the moment. Or is it 89? I know it's 88, 89, around there. And like, it's getting like 9 out of 10 from IGN and stuff. Like, it's rating really bloody well. Really bloody well. So, actually, this is really cool. I've just seen this. If you buy Pokemon Pokopia, you can get a reusable mug with a Ditto on it. I mean, it doesn't look like my type of game, but it's doing really, really well. And they showed that off a bit at the Pokemon Presents. So, yeah. Cool. So, if you're into Animal Crossing and Pokemon, put them both together and you got Pokopia, give it a go. I guess. Well, you can't really give it a go. You just have to buy it. That'd be it. But the reviews for it are amazing. Like, it's insane. Was not expecting that at all. So yeah. But yeah, a few weeks ago there was like a state of play on and stuff like that. I'm very, very stoked that there's going to be a Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 2. Metal Gear Solid 4 coming to the PS5 and the Switch 2. Excuse me, I just burped of excitement. Fucking sign me up. I'm going to get that. Gonna get it. And they upscaled Metal Gear Solid and Metal Gear Solid 3 on the Master Collection, like, properly. So, like, the Master Collection Volume 1 is fully updated now. It all looks good. It all runs good. It's now actually recommended to buy now, because when it launched, it was shite. But now, like 2 years later, it's actually really good. So yeah, I've been playing. So I'm guessing I'm going straight into the games that I'm playing now. I've basically played through Metal Gear Solid 1 again through its new upscaled HD filter, whatever it is, that it's now on, PS5, Nintendo Switch 2, or whatever. Looks fantastic. Looks great. Like, it is a really nice way to play Metal Gear Solid now. I highly recommend it. I mean, I played Metal Gear Solid for years and years and years, over 2 decades probably. It never gets old for me. It's probably my favorite game of all time. It probably is. I think I said The Last of Us when I did my top 5 favorite games episode, but I just love Metal Gear Solid that much. I think it might be my favorite one. So yeah, I played through that. I was only going to play for like 20 minutes or so, and I ended up playing through the whole thing because I just love it. And yeah, went through Metal Gear Solid 2 as well. That is also fucking amazing, obviously. Basically, the first 4 Metal Gear Solids are amazing. And I'm very, very excited for Metal Gear Solid 4 to come out on PS5 and Switch 2 and all that. And bloody hell, I think it's August it comes out as well. So waiting for that to come out in August. And yeah, that's it. So yeah, I've been playing a bit of Metal Gear Solid, and I'm going to go into a really fucking good one now. Resident Evil 9 Requiem, which just came out literally on Friday. Literally Friday. Just gone. And I played through it, and I beat it on Sunday. So, I basically played through it for about 8 hours the first day I had it. And then, like, Saturday, Sunday, I just sort of picked it up here and there and played through it. And my God, this game is fucking brilliant. I beat it the other day. I fucking love it. This game is fucking game of the year for me so far. I mean, I think this is the only game I've played this year. New title I've ever played. But this is fucking amazing, man. I love the Resident Evil franchise. I absolutely love Resident Evil. One of my favourites ever done. And this game is one of my favourite Resident Evils that's ever been done. Like, probably since 4. Maybe 4. Maybe I like it more than 4. I don't know. Like, this game is incredible. It is absolutely brilliant. I loved every single minute of this. There is not a single note I can think of that. There's not a single negative I can think of. Like, it's perfect. For me, it's a 10 out of 10. It's an absolute 10 out of 10 Resident Evil game. I absolutely loved it from beginning to end. You're playing as 2 different protagonists. You're playing as Grace, and you're playing as Leon Kennedy. And, as you're playing as Grace, that is in like a first-person format. A lot like, Resident Evil 7 and Village. And that is like when it is like really fucking terrifying, dark, and claustrophobic, and like, you don't have a lot of ammunition on you. You don't have a lot of stuff to take down zombies with, or any big fucking monsters or whatever. Like, you are literally just like this this little FBI agent, really young girl. She's just been sent into this fucking place to go investigate a case, and like she then gets taken hostage, and like you have to fucking survive out there on your own, and like it's fucking scary. It can get scary. So like the Grace side of things, I've enjoyed doing her part of the story as well. Let's say it's very unsettling, very claustrophobic, very very dark, and just like you've really got to check all your surroundings and all that, and be very stealthy, all that sort of stuff. And that's what I loved about Grace's, playthrough. And obviously Leon's, you go to your third person camera mode. Excuse me. And like, it's back to the old action. Leon's carrying every gun under the sun. Like he's got like an axe with him this time, so he can fucking axe fucking zombies' heads off and all sorts. Do these really cool over the top looking finishes. It's very action orientated, which is just really cool, and I love it. I just love fucking shooting off the heads of zombies and fucking slicing the living shit out of them. It's so gory, it's so gutsy and bloody, and I've always loved Leon as a character. He's like, of course, he's matured a lot in this one because this is set years later, and he's always got like his silly one-liners and all that, which they make me laugh. I find them quite funny. Normally I would be cringing at that sort of thing, but like his dumb little one-liners are good. I like them, but like it's a cool little breather as well. Like after you've done like a couple of hours as Grace, and you just like, oh god, like you're constantly gripping your controller, and you're like, oh fucking hell, I need to get past these zombies and all. I need to get to this room, and you just heard like a noise, and you're like, oh god, what the fuck was that? And then you get to being Leon, and you're just like, right, I can fucking take these bastards on now. I can beat the living shite out of them, and it's just like that. There's a good balance between them, because you'll do like I don't know, like an hour and a half as Grace, and then you start becoming Leon for about a couple of hours or whatever, and like you come back to Grace. So there's a good back and forth between them, and the story intertwines really, really well between them both. It's just really well done. The story is fantastic. I've been playing it with like, because I've got the deluxe version. I've been playing a bit of it with like the classic Resident Evil music, which is really, really fun. And like it brings some stuff back from classic Resident Evil games, like some flashbacks and that sort of thing. And like there's certain areas, which I won't spoil. There's certain areas where you go to, and it brings you back to like Resident Evil 2 era, and it's like, oh, wow. And like the game looks stunning as well. The game looks absolutely incredible. Performs fantastic, and from what I've heard, performs incredibly well on the Switch 2 as well. I've been playing it on PS5, but apparently Switch 2, absolutely no problem. It plays perfectly, which is really, really cool to hear. And yeah, like, it's so good. This game is fucking brilliant. I mean, it's going to take some doing to beat this game this year. And I know there's other big stuff coming out. That like Crimson Desert looks quite good. That's coming out this month. But I don't think it'll touch this one for me. And of course, GTA 6, that's coming out this year, supposedly. Like, if anything's going to get close to Resident Evil, it's probably going to be that. But we'll see when that comes. But, man, like, I'm a huge Resident Evil fan. And this is just fucking blowing my socks off. I think it's absolutely brilliant. And, yeah. They just keep on delivering the goods at the moment, Capcom. Like, with Resident Evil, like, I can't remember the last bad one. It's just all been really, really good. It's just all been great. So, yeah, Resident Evil 9 Requiem, it's fantastic. If you've not played it, do give it a go. Like, it is so, so good. It's so good, and it's been reviewed really, really well across the board. Like, and I think it's just sold really well. I mean, I've been seeing it all over my timeline on like Instagram and stuff like that. So yeah, Resident Evil 9 Requiem, give it a bash. It's so good. All right, I'm going to talk about some albums that have come out, and I'm going to fuck off. Yeah. So, anyways, talking about Game of the Year, I think I found my album of the year already so far. As I talked to you in March, the 3rd of March, the new album by Converge, Love Is Not Enough. This came out a couple of weeks ago. I have not stopped listening to this album. I love Converge. They've got an incredible discography of music. Like, literally going back as far back as like the late 90s up to now. You know, Jane Doe is like their classic masterpiece. Axe to Fall's my favourite Converge album. And I loved the Dusk and Us that came out in the the latter part of like the 2010s, and like the Blood Moon album they've done with Chelsea Wolfe and Cave In is fantastic. But this is the first like Converge album in a few years. And it's the first time they've done it as a band, doing something that is 30 minutes in length, 31 minutes in length, and they've just gone, right, let's just do some Axe to Fall, You Fail Me style Converge. And they've done that fucking perfectly. This album is so good. It is so heavy. It is brilliant. And, you know, I loved the first single that came out, Love Is Not Enough. Like, I thought that was great. I was just like, yep, this is just good old Converge. Looking forward to the album. I wasn't prepared for how fucking good this album would be. And it is just full of riffs. And it's really kicked up the metal. As well as them being a hardcore band. Like, this album is so full of riffs. Like, the riff in Bad Faith, when that kicks in. Like, I ended up doing a TikTok video of that riff. Because it's just so good. And shout out Converge, because they shared it as well on Instagram. On the stories, I was like, Converge shared my fucking video. Anyways, this album, it's amazing. Like, just full of catchy riffs. A lot of these songs aren't that long. Like, 2.5 minutes. Some of them are under 2 minutes. You know, like, it's just great. Jacob Bannon's vocal style is always incredible throughout the whole thing. But, like, even, like, when he sounds like he's gargling on glass the entire time. Like some of there's like so many like choruses on this that like are just really, really fucking catchy. Like To Feel Something where it's like, I just wanted to fail. And it's just like, I just love fucking screaming when I'm blasting this in the car on my way to work. Like, I just wanted to fail. And considering like this album is just going fucking crazy, like Motorhead have just snorted fucking heroin, cocaine mixed with, I don't know, Monster Energy. And, like, it's just blasting the whole way through. It's full of riffs. It's going fucking mental. Around about the halfway point, we get to Beyond Repair, where it's just like this, this really sort of, like, dark sounding guitar tone, like where it's just like it's got like this delayed lead line, and it's just very slow, very brooding, and it's just like, what the hell is this gonna end up becoming? Of? And it's basically like a prelude into a song called Amok, which is just like one of the slower sort of songs on the album. It's just like it is so fucking heavy. It is just like a grand piano has just landed on your fucking face and just destroyed you. It's fucking brilliant. The opening riff into Force Meets Presence is just, it's just open drop C. It's just but like when it comes in though, it's like, fuck, what a riff. It is just so good. Gilded Cage is it's probably one of the longer songs on the album. Same with Make Me Forget You, and Like, I feel like the second half of this album, it brings in the more darker atmospheres while still being heavy, whereas the first half is full of your faster songs, and just finishing on "We Were Never the Same," where it's just like, it's just very angry sound and very pissed off, and it's just got like, it's loads of fucking riffs. It's riff central, this album. It's brilliant. If you want to make an album that is angry, that is fucking heavy, this should be your reference point, man. Like, not fucking, oh, heavy verse, rah, 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 and then your chorus goes, nah, fucking sound like Converge. One of the best bands to do it. Your favourite band's favourite band. That's how it's always been with Converge. Fucking great. And, yeah, anyways, what other albums been out? Angel Dust have released Cold to the Touch. That came out the same day as Converge, and this is an album that I do really, really like. Angel Dust always release good music. This is 26 minutes long. Probably the longest Angel Dust album, to be fair. But yeah, all the songs are great. Very, very catchy. Melodic hardcore. And, you know, your man Justice Tripp, he's the coolest cat to do it. He fucking rocks. And one more album, of course, Silosis, The New Flesh is out. This is fucking brilliant. I think it might be my favourite Silosis album. It's fucking awesome. Just full of riffs. I think Josh Middleton has just grown really well as a vocalist, and it's just full of confidence now, to the point like Silas has just got to a point now where they just know how to write fucking mint metal. So highly recommend Silosis, The New Flesh. Spared from the Guillotine, what a tune. The New Flesh, the title track, fucking brilliant. And yeah, it's just fucking mint. Right, I've got to go because my voice has been really dry. I need to go. Thank you very much for watching. Well, not watching. Thanks very much for listening. I'll have some more content out on the YouTubes and stuff like that soon. Do subscribe if you're not, and follow on everything Dan Dixon Music.